lot nicer when you can. Yeah, exactly. Four. Double A, B1, B2. trying to take on Dumb was a
All right, can you hear me? All right, we're good to go. All right, game number 2, Shakopee versus Cottage Grove. Got a biff into the corner on just a little shuffle around the zone, so not a great start for Cottage Grove, but Shakopee will come out in the home whites with the red, black breezers. Cottage Grove in the green practice jerseys. Shakopee breaks first. We'll start with John and Net. And your first line out tonight will be, let's see, Winder, C, and Jensen, and then Flom and Bundy. So Ethan on the left side, Oliver on the right, Dylan at center, Cam and Sean at D. Off the draw, picked up by Ethan. Flom with it, puts it up the wall, deep into the zone. Goalie comes out, stops it. Gonna play it up the boards. Picked up there by Bundy. Bundy with a quick shot, penalty coming. It's gonna be on Shakopee. I don't know if they're gonna call a rough. It was on the check, but I didn't see the check. But it's gonna be a power play coming up for Cottage Grove. There's an intercepted by Flom. And we'll get a penalty, and it's gonna be a rough. So Ethan will go into the box. First penalty of the game. And it's gonna be roughing.
Mike.
Yes. Wrong mic. All right. So Shakopee will keep Jensen and C out there. And then it'll be Mason and Dom are your D-man, or the bottom of your penalty kill. So 2-minute minor penalty. 14:53. 14:21 left. Off the face-off, off the end wall. Near side picked up by Wright. Wright with it. Tried to clear it out. It goes off a Cottage Grove skate into the Cottage Grove zone. Dylan C's going to pick it up, get it poked away. Picked back up by Dylan, now in the corner. Cottage Grove with it. Comes back near side here. Surveys and takes it up ice. Red line, brings it in the zone. He looks, sends it over. Poked away there by Dom off the sidewall. Dom with it. Sidesteps one guy, chips it off the end wall. Picked up by Mason. Mason gets pushed off the puck, picked up by Dom. Dom with it. He flicks it out of the zone. Nice flick there. Neutral ice, Cottage Grove with it. Defenseman has it, challenged by Jensen. He sends it up right at the logo into the Cottage Grove offensive zone. Poked away, got it back, centers. That one goes off a skate, and I think John made had to make a save. Cottage Grove sends it down, sent back, gets it down. Right, chases after it. Mason in the near side corner. He looks, sidesteps. Mason chips it up the boards, goes off a body. Cottage Grove's going to get it at the hash mark, sends out the blue line. 52 left in the power play. Pass out front, shot save made by John in the Sabre logo. And we'll get a defensive zone draw. 49 seconds left in the roughing penalty. We'll go with Pilcher and Cressman, and then Bundy and Winder. Draw, controlled by Pilcher. Cooper with it. He goes behind his own net. Little head of steam, sidesteps one, chips it up the boards into the neutral zone. Cottage Grove controls. Cressman. Now Pilcher, oh, he just overskated it. Winder with it, he's gonna chip it in. Cottage Grove with it, comes back out. Cressman poked it away, now picked up by Winder. Winder back to Bundy. Bundy with it, sends it off the wall. It'll be picked up by Cottage Grove in their own zone. He spins, sends it up to the red line. 3-on-2 coming in the zone. Cottage Grove. Pass, shot, save, made with the glove by John, and we get another whistle, a defensive zone face-off, and 13 seconds left on the penalty to Flom. We'll go, let's see, Hanson and Gaskin come on. Winder and Bundy will stay. Draw to the left of John. Far side face-off dot. Draw. Picked up by Winder. Winder, backhander, didn't get much on it. Cottage Grove with it, side of the net, poked away by Gaston. Hanson with it at hash marks, got to avoid the referee, gives it up to Gaston. Gaston at the red line, 2 guys in front, 2 guys behind him. Foster with it, stops. He gets pushed from behind, loses the puck. Cottage Grove with it, 5-on-5 hockey. Full strength, Olsen off the bench, coming. Far side, Hanson picks it up. Voids a check, lost the puck as he tried to pull it. Now he gets it back. Hanson pushed off the puck. There's a battle there. Cottage Grove with it. Sends it cross ice. Picked up. Side steps. Far side. Poke deep into the zone. Cottage Grove's going to change at least one there. It's Winder. Olsen back there. Puck's loose. Hanson with it. Hanson lost it. Olsen picks it up. Olsen chips it up off the glass. That one's in the Cottage Grove zone. The Cottage Grove controls. He stops. Avoids Olsen. He's going to skate up. Gets up to the forward. Into the zone. Poked away by Wright. Cottage Grove picks up a loose puck off the side wall, now into the corner. Right there, he's going to pin his guy up. Olsen to help out, sends it far side. Hanson at the hash marks, he gets a stick on it. Battle there at the hash marks. Olsen in there, one squirts loose. Right, flips it up. Hanson, he's going to foot race. Got 2 guys. Hanson stops, loses the puck down on the end wall. Cottage Grove with it. Who's out there now? Dylan. He's getting pushed, he goes down to a knee. Hanson after it. Poked forward by Cottage Grove. Cottage Grove with it, just above the hash mark. Looking to clear the zone. At the blue line. Out, back in. C off the glass. Jensen after it. Cottage Grove controls. He loses on a stick handle. Far side Flom there. He gets his guy into the boards. Cottage Grove with it, below the goal line. Side steps, poked away, gets it back. Sends it off the end wall. Far side hash marks. Cottage Grove. Now the puck is loose. Bodies everywhere. Poked away. There's a shot. That one goes through the crease. That was Sell. Battle on the near side here. Into the neutral zone. Cottage Grove with it. He gets in the zone. Right. Looking for Jensen. A little too far. Back down to right. Mason with it. Mason. Cross ice for Dom. Dom. Up. Sell gets C gets a stick on it. Bouncing puck picked up by Cottage Grove. He goes down on his knees, gets up to his forward, poked away by Winder, back into the zone. Bundy off the wall looking for C. C tried to get up to Jensen, that goes off the skate. Defenseman of Cottage Grove controls. Into the offensive zone is Cottage Grove. He takes a shot, that one goes off of Bundy, off the end wall. There's a shot coming back this way, goes behind the net. Bundy. Jensen off his skate. Blue line. Shot. Blocked there by Flom. Picked up by Cottage Grove behind the net. Comes out front. Pass. Shot. That one goes through to the end wall. Cottage Grove with a little bit of juice here. 5 minutes into this game. Winder. He looks to clear. Rings it around. That one's going to be kept in by the defenseman for Cottage Grove. That one goes off of Flom. Up in the air. Picked back up. Shot in. Save made by Jonathan. And we get a whistle. 9:19 left in the first. Shots early on, 3 for Cottage Grove, 1 for Shakopee. 0-0. All right, we'll go Lambrick, Pilcher, Cressman, Winder, and Bundy as your 5 skaters. Cressman takes the draw. Picked up by Winder. Now loose, end wall. Cottage Grove overskated it. Comes back, poked away by Winder. Cressman's in to help. Cottage Grove squeaks away with it. Out to the blue line. From the point, there's a shot. That one's off a skate of Winder, far side, picked up by Lambrick. Bodie spins, gets it to Cooper. Pilcher's one-on-one. Pilch tries to make a move, gets it poked away. Cottage Grove up at their own blue line. Bodie there, back to Right, off the wall, picked up by Cottage Grove at the red line, sends it back into his own zone, defensive partner. He looks, sends a pass, spun his guy around. He picks it up, he tried to sidestep Mason. Mason gets a stick on it, gets out to neutral zone. There's a check there by Pilch from the boards. Cottage Grove with it, far side in front of the penalty boxes, now by their own blue line. Cottage Grove, side steps, skates, red line, now into the zone. He looks, pass, shot, save made, that one goes off a body. Cell battles on the far side. He knocks a guy down. Cottage Grove comes away with it. Off the end wall, Cressman there. Cressman looking for Pilcher. Poked around, stays down below the goal line. Cressman has it again. Far side, sends it up, looking for Bodie. Back down in the face-off circle. Loose puck right out in the slot. Cottage Grove with it. Sends it down deep. Right after it, he tries to poke it. Battle on the end wall. Pilcher has it, lost it. Cottage Grove battling in there. Couple of green jerseys, couple of white jerseys. Mason right. He gets pushed off the puck. Cressman with it. Cressman, Sell looking for Lambert. They do clear it out of the zone, neutral zone. That'll get a change of a few forwards. Cottage Grove with it. They're in offsides and we'll get a whistle and a face-off. 7:28 left in the first period. Good sustained rush there for Cottage Grove. Let's see if we can't turn the ice here. We got Hansen, Olsen, and Gasson as your forwards. And then Bundy and Winder at D. Hansen with the puck, pokes it out to the neutral zone. Hansen towards the center, gets through. Hansen got a guy on him, he goes down. Picked up there by Cottage Grove. Below the goal line. Cottage Grove with it behind the net. He takes a check by Logie on the end wall. Loose puck, Gaston to Bundy, but that squeaks out to his neutral zone. They're gonna have to get on side, sent into the goalie. Had it covered, let it go. Near side, Gaston there. Olsen, Gaston, puck below the goal line. Cottage Grove with it, and goes off of Logan. Poked up. Hansen comes away with it. Nope, he gets checked from the boards. Battle just inside the zone. Cottage Grove comes away with it. Cottage Grove. He's going to send it in deep. That one goes off of Winder. Winder with it. Tries to chip it to Hansen. Hansen gets pushed from behind. He goes down. That's C with a check in the boards. Gets a guy off the puck. Winder has it at the hash marks. He goes a backhander. That one's going to the zone. Hansen's going to chase after it. He's deep into his shift. He gets a guy off the puck. Battle there. Guy tries for a check. He goes head first in the boards. Near side corner. Cottage Grove with it. They look to clear it out. Dylan got his skates taken out from him. Hansen chips it deep, and then he'll go for a change. Jensen after it. Cottage Grove sends it up in the face-off circle. Hash marks just inside the zone. Dylan keeps it in. Now it's back out. Right. Sends it up. Look for Jensen. A little too far. Cottage Grove controls. D to D pass. Now off the side wall. He's taken down from behind. That's Dylan. Flom checks a guy. Kept in by Sell. Below the goal line, out far side corner. Flom was waiting for his guy to make the first move. Tied up in some skates. Hash marks. Flom spins, fires it down. Dylan in the near side corner. Gets a backhander, sends it towards the net, but it's intercepted by Cottage Grove. He sends it around the far side. Cottage Grove skates into the neutral zone. That one goes off a skate into the zone. Right, pokes it forward. That's going to go out of the zone. Cottage Grove sends it backwards into their own zone. Jensen with pressure. Poked away there by C. Just outside the zone. Mason Wright with it. Right, back to Sell. Dom. He looks for Dylan. C with it. He's going to send it in deep. Goaltender comes out to play behind the net, leaves it for the D-man. Flom chases after it. Cottage Grove looks to clear, or break out, I should say. Forward, into the zone. He looks to get around Winder. Towards the net. Nope, he stays below the goal line. He's going to go around the line. Everybody was changing behind him. There's a battle there. Bundy and one of the Cottage Grove forwards. Dylan comes in to help out. Into the near side corner. 4:30 left in the first period. 0-0 game. We had one long sustained pressure by Cottage Grove, but no high leverage shots. Just been a battle of in the zone, out of the zone. Bundy's going to send it far side off the wall. That's going to allow a change. Flom's going to chase after it. Cottage Grove look to go DD. Flom got a stick on it below the goal line. They go back DD far side. Cottage Grove with it. They look to break out. He's going to back up. He looks. sends it off his own teammate. Flom with it. Flom, he looks to center, just behind Pilcher. Cottage Grove looks to get a rush here. 2-on-2 coming back into the zone, poked away there by Winder. Just outside the zone. Cottage Grove's gonna have to back up. Poked away there by Cressman. He's gonna pressure. Cottage Grove's able to get up to the blue line, but Pilcher's there. Pilcher sends it down deep. Cressman's gonna chase after the defenseman. Below the goal line, Cottage Grove controls, he spins, sends it to the far side corner. Lambert, he looks to get it out to D-man. Puck bouncing on that far wall. Now forward, below the goal line. Near side corner, Cottage Grove. Ooh, Pilcher just smoked a kid in the boards, no call there. Oh, they are gonna call it. The ref had his arm up, didn't call it. He was waiting for the coach to yell at something, and now we'll get the, I believe it was Pilcher. They're gonna get Pilcher for, so Pilcher goes in, 3:15 left. He's gonna get called for cross-checking.
Oh, because there was a delay.
2-minute penalty, 3:15 left in this first period. Cottage Grove will get their second power play opportunity. Let's see, we have Cressman, Wright, Lambrick, and Sell as your killers. Sell, he's gonna clear it out just to the red line. Cottage Grove with it, he surveys, and now he's gonna carry. Into the zone, drop pass. He looks to get past. Cressman on the pressure, Cottage Grove still with it. He takes a shot, that one goes off a Lambrick skate, near side boards. Picked up by Cottage Grove, he sends it down low. Now back to the hash marks. He's gonna spin and send it below the goal line. Picked up there by Cottage Grove. He stops, looks, surveys, tries to send it out front into the slot. Picked up there by Bodie. Lambrick sends it in deep, almost off the referee. They're gonna change. Cressman, Lambrick go to the bench, and that'll bring out Olsen and Gasson, I believe. And then we still got Sell, and we've got Wright. Dominic with it. He sends it off the end wall. Mason chase after in the corner. Cottage Grove's going to get there first. Cottage Grove pulls it up towards the blue line at the point. Down low. Centers. Tied up there by Dom. Dom off the sidewall. 1 minute left in the power play. Send it out to the point. There's a shot. Scores. Here's a goal. Number 6. 2:11 left in the first. Number 6 with the goal on the power play, and it's 1-0 Cottage Grove with 2:11 left in the first period. Good movement by Cottage Grove, got it out to the point, took a shot, had some traffic, and he got it all the way through into the back of the net. We'll reset here. Neutral zone face-off. You got Olsen, Gaston, Hansen, Bundy, and Winder, 5 skaters. Cottage Grove. Cross ice pass, picked up, coming in the zone. They're going to be offsides, and we'll get a whistle and a face-off. 1:56 left in this opening period. Olsen to take the face-off, just outside the Shakopee zone. Off the draw, back to the defenseman of Cottage Grove. He's going to carry into the zone. Gasson after him, he backhands it in towards John. John slides it in the corner, picked up by Bundy. Bundy chips it up forward, out to the blue line, sent back down. That one's going to go off the end wall. Bundy chases after it. Bundy off the far wall. Gasson's there. Now Winder. He looks to chip it up to Hansen. That's behind him. And the Cottage Grove defenseman picks it up and carries into the zone. He looks a little side. He gets smoked down by Hansen. Now Cottage Grove with it. He's got a guy high slot. Shot save made by John. Bouncing puck picked up by Winder. Winder looks. He gets pushed out the puck. Olsen. He's going to send it off the side wall, looking for Hansen, intercepted there by Cottage Grove. Offsides is a call here. We'll get a whistle with 1:13 left in the first and a neutral zone face-off. Flom, C, and Jensen are the forwards. Winder and Bundy are going to be your D. Dillon will take the draw, near side, just outside the Shakopee zone. That one's going to go to the far side. Winder chases after it. He sends it up, looking for Flom. Flom chips it forward, but it's going to be intercepted by Cottage Grove defenseman. He looks. Oh, that one goes out the skate of Jensen. Jensen with the shot, scores! Jensen with the equalizer. First period, 1:01 left. Unassisted goal by Jensen. Even strength. That was a weird play. Defenseman had it, he was backing up. He was staring at Jensen. He still tried to send over his D-man. Jensen got it in his skates, got it back onto his blade, and took a shot and scored, and we're tied at 1 with 1:01 to go in the first. Second shot recorded by Shakopee, and that's 50% for all the math makers. Cottage Grove control. He backs up. Bundy challenged. Out to the neutral zone. Winder gonna chase it. Winder with it. Sends it up. A little too far, but now he's got Bundy. Bundy lost it to him and Jensen. We're trying to avoid each other. Cottage Grove has it. He scores through. He's gonna get a shot. Loses the puck. Can't get a real shot off. The puck was rolling. He gets a pass cross ice. Off his backhand, sent off the glass. 32 seconds left in the opening period. He avoids a check. At the hash marks, he stops. He's gonna go low. He looks, sends it, below the goal line. 23 left. That's a good shot, save made there. It was a centering opportunity. Redirect, save made by John. There's a clear attempt, intercepted, shot, goes off a couple of skates, far side corner, 13 seconds left. Into the corner. Dylan takes a poke at it. Dylan Winder, puck squirts loose, 7 seconds left. Cottage Grove with it. He's got a guy on him. They're looking to clear, can't do it. 1 second left, and that'll do it for the first period. 1-1 after 1. Shakopee tied it up with 1:01 left in the first. The boys are going to go off, and we're going to zam after 1 as we have an hour and a half. So we'll be back in, call it 12 or so minutes for the second and third period.
This thing is yeah, like I can go. Yep.
All right, we are back for the second period. Just getting the warm-ups going after.
We're not switching sides.
Oh yeah, why are we not? We don't believe in switching sides in scrimmages? All right.
There he goes.
Okay, good.
They're just preparing each other.
There we go. All right, we'll get going in the second period. 1-1 after 1. Is that tie all spiffed up? Dude! Cleans up well. I know. All right, we will come out to start the second period. C, Flom, Jensen, and then your D are going to be Wright and Sell. Cottage Grove scored on a power play with 2:11 left, and Shakopee got a goal a minute 10 later. Even this thing up, and that's where we sit after one. Second period has begun. Cottage Grove controls, neutral zone. Off the boards, picked up by Cottage Grove. Nope, overskated it. Right, he fans on a pass, a little sticky puck to start the second period. Everybody seems to be having trouble with it. Jensen with it, Boyd to check, goes back towards his goal line, then tries to turn back up. He gets pushed off the puck and down on the ice. Cottage Grove with it, side steps. He loses the hand on it. Real sticky puck. Oh my God, this is comical. Cottage Grove sends it off the end wall. Picked up by Sell. Nope. Picked up by Cottage Grove. Dom pinches into the board. Cottage Grove controls behind the net. He looks, tries to center. Comes off the back of the net. Sell pushes it to the far side. Cottage Grove with it. Down below the goal line again. Mason in there. He gets angled off. Cottage Grove comes up front. Shot off the post. And a goal. Rebound goal. Came out. John was looking on the other side. Put it off the post on a backhand. And then a rebound and scores. And 14:04 left in the second period, and it sounds like 74 is your goal scorer, I think. 14:04 left, under a minute in, and Cottage Grove takes the lead back. We'll go Pressman, Pilcher, Lambrecht, Winder, and Bundy. Puck is deep into the Cottage Grove zone. Lambert angled off, puck in the corner. Cottage Grove with it. He looks, circles, off the end wall, looking to get it up the boards. Winder there, sends it down towards the net, off the skate, into the corner. Picked up by Cottage Grove. Cressman's going to push him to the boards. Cottage Grove had a teammate come over. Pilcher, far side corner. He sends it behind the net, picked up by Cottage Grove. There's a little sticky puck, poked around. Loose puck out in front, picked up there by Cottage Grove. Far side corner. Pilcher, he puts a guy in the boards. I think he got the worst of it. Lambert takes a shot. That one squirts towards the goalie after it goes off a Cottage Grove defender's stick. And we'll get a whistle and a face-off in the offensive zone. Looks like we're going to change all five. Olsen, Gasson, Hansen, Sell, and Wright. Logie will take the face-off to the left of the Cottage Grove cage. Olsen pushes it forward. Cottage Grove. He comes back by the net. Olsen gets a stick under him. He's tied up. Gasson puts a guy on the boards. Out towards the blue line. Hansen picks it up at the neutral zone. Sticky puck again. Puck's loose. Sell. He does a soft pass, intercepted there by Cottage Grove. He's just behind Gaston. He's going to come in, number 6. He had the first goal of the game. He stops, looks back, sends it up the wall, out to the blue line. Sends it towards the net. Shot. That one gets all the way through into the near side corner. Cottage Grove. He looked to avoid a check and pushed himself into Gaston. Olsen came away with it. Sticky puck again. Out front, shot save made by John with the leg pad and covered up. And we'll get a face-off now in the defensive zone. 12:47 left in the second period with Cottage Grove leading by 1. Looks like we'll keep the same 5 skaters out there. Olsen to take the draw near side. Picked up by Cottage Grove. Back to the blue line. Gaston challenges, sent down to the hash mark, shot towards tip, save made. Picked up by Cottage Grove. He gets pushed in boards by Olsen. Puck's on the far side now. Wright got a stick on it. Olsen spins, turns it down the near side here. Hash marks. Cottage Grove into the corner, below the goal line. He looks a little behind that, centers out front. Loose puck. John's gonna paddle it into his glove, and we'll get a save, a whistle, and a face-off coming. We'll change all 5 skaters. You got Dylan, Ethan, and Oliver out there, and then Cam and Sean. And we'll do the face-off on the far side now. C brings it to Jensen. They run into each other. Cottage Grove has it. Jensen, he takes a shot. That one goes off of Jensen. Squirts out the neutral zone. Cottage Grove will have to back up and regroup. Cottage Grove brings it in his own zone. Challenged by Flom. Little flutter pass over. Cross-ice pass, tip forward. Cottage Grove with it. Offsides. Coach didn't like it. I don't think the ref liked it. A little bit of a struggle. We're all in the preseason here. I don't see the ref react like that much. All right, we'll take a face-off in front of the Cottage Grove bench just outside the Shakopee zone. Dylan comes to take the face-off. They're going to back up the Cottage Grove center. Face-off, 1 back to Bundy. Bundy looks, Sends it off the boards, looking for Jensen. Jensen centers to C. That one goes off the heel of his stick. The goaltender's just going to cover it up. Comes out of his crease to cover. And we'll get a whistle and an offensive zone face-off. Probably a good cover as Dylan was streaking in. There was a couple defensemen supporting, but take no chances. Keep the same 5 skaters. Dylan to take the draw near side, right of the Cottage Grove cage. Draw. Flom sends it deep, far side. Cottage Grove chases after. Jensen's going to chase after it. Cottage Grove forward end up getting that one. That one looked like it's stuck again, and we'll get a penalty, a slash. Penalty on Shakopee. They'll take their 3rd penalty of the game. They're going to get a slash on Flom. Two minutes. 11:45. 11:45 left in the second. 3rd power play opportunity for Cottage Grove. They're 1 for 2. Draw back to the Cottage Grove defenseman. He goes D to D. Challenged by Lambert. Shot. That one's up into the netting, and we'll get another face-off. Just 5 seconds into this power play. Killers for Shakopee. Cressman, Lambert, C, and Wright. Draw. Won by Cottage Grove. He looks. He's going to take a shot low. Pad save. Off the end wall. Picked up at the hash marks. Down low. Poked away there by Wright. Tied up in some skates. Wright gets a stick on it. Cottage Grove controls behind the net. Comes back out near side. There's a good stick there by Sell. Cottage Grove gets it back. Sell challenges, pokes it away, but right to Cottage Grove. He's going to send it off the pad. He had half the net. John was looking the other way, but a big save there. Cottage Grove controls. They lose the handle on it. Bodie pokes it forward. Bodie in a foot race. Goaltender comes out, sends it up into the neutral zone. That's going to go all the way down. No ice. John's going to come out and play it. He sends it backhand. He's looking for Wright on the far side. Mason's going to pick up the hash marks. Flips it up. That one's going to be kept in by Cottage Grove. Top circle. Center in attempt. Shot. Wide of the net. Picked up by Cottage Grove. On the backhand. Center. Pad save. Loose puck. Covered up by John, and we get a whistle. 1:03 left in the power play for Cottage Grove. 10:47 left in the second. We'll change out all 4 killers. We'll go Pilcher, Gaston, Bundy, and Winder. And they'll take the draw on the near side. Glove side of John. 2-1. Early second period goal, 56 seconds into the period. Cottage Grove with a 1-goal lead. And on the power play, takes a shot, save made, loose puck, centers. That one goes all the way through, off the wall. That's going to go out to neutral zone, and they'll have to regroup. Cottage Grove backs up, red line. Everybody touches up, getting in the zone. Poked away by Winder. Nope, past him. Into the corner. Picked up at Cottage Grove. Behind the net. He comes out. He looks to stuff. Save made by John. And Foster has it. Foster's going to send it up the wall. He gets held up, but enough to kill some time. Pilcher after it. Cottage Grove with it. They look to break out of their own zone on the power play with 30 seconds left. Pilcher's going to challenge. Cottage Grove having a tough time getting out of the zone. Gaston challenges. Poked around just outside the zone. Cottage Grove is going to back up. 20 seconds left on the power play. Off the wall. Up. Touch pass there. Push forward. Wright's going to get after it. Or no, that's Bundy now. Bundy's out there. Sends it in neutral zone. Too many guys in the zone, so they got to wait to get up. He comes in. Shakopee players look like they ran into each other. 3 seconds left in the power play. Puck on the half wall. Sent down off the end wall. Bundy with it. Bundy. Pilcher. Cottage Grove spins, fires off the end wall. Winder with it. Winder. He looks to go to Hansen. Hansen's got it. He's got Pilcher. He went to Gasson. Off of Gasson, back to Hansen. Hansen's going to get a shot. That one's going to go off a stick and go off the end wall. Picked up there by Cottage Grove. Hansen get a stick, check a guy. That one goes out to Wright. Wright with a backhand. Hansen below the goal line. He's got Pilcher out front. Sidesteps one. He gets pushed off the puck. There's a shot save made as that was Jensen off the bench. Loose puck. Dom sends it to the far side. Shakopee with their first kind of extended rush here. Good pressure. Bodies are flying everywhere. Cottage Grove gets it out. Picked off there by Wright. Hansen gets it poked away. He looks to get a guy on the board. It's going to be picked up by Sell. Sell, backhander, looking for Wright. Mason with it off the wall. He's looking for Jensen. That's going to come out of the zone, and that'll be an offsides. And we'll get a whistle with 8:47 left in the second period and a neutral zone faceoff coming. You've got Jensen We got Jensen, C, and Flom, and then you've got Wright and Sell at D. Dylan takes a draw. Come to the near side. Dom's going to be the first one there. Dom with it. Sell sends up looking for Flom. Flom sends out to neutral zone, picked up by Cottage Grove. Cottage Grove wasn't on sides. He's going to send it back to his D-man. He surveys, sidesteps Jensen, gets it up. He's got a little rush, looking to get past right. There's a shot blocker save off the wall. Behind the net, bouncing puck. It'll be picked up by Jensen. Jensen just above the goal line. Cross ice pass. He's got Flom. Flom's got to be the guy. Flom hits the R2 button. Oh, then he gets taken off the puck. C back to Flom. Flom tries to get a shot. Stick in there. C, he gets taken down. No call. Both guys went down. Looks like the Cottage Grove guy's hurt. Dylan with it comes out of his own zone, and we'll get a whistle for an injured player on the ice. Cottage Grove. He looks like he's holding the old helmet. Coach comes out, and we'll get a stoppage in play with 8:04 left in the second period. Shots are now 17-4 in favor of Cottage Grove. Shakopee being down a man 3 times is one of the big reasons, and not a lot of sustained offensive opportunities would be another one. An offensive opportunity here. Flom, C, and Jensen, Winder, and Bundy are your 5 skaters. Draw's going to go far side face-off dot inside the offensive zone. Dylan to take the draw. Draw controlled by Cottage Grove. Touchdown play. That one goes off a skate. There's a race for the puck. Bundy's got 2 Cottage Grove players on it. Sends it back out of the zone. Nice job there by Bundy. Cottage Grove comes in and they're way off sides. And that one should come down a little ways. Nope, they're going to go just outside the zone. The guy that was offside was in the face-off circle. All right, we'll keep the same 5 skaters. 7:52 left in the second. Off the draw. Flom. Side steps, loses the puck. Dylan punches it forward. He looks to get past his guy. That one's just in his zone. Dylan with it. Dylan with the backhand. Oh, he's looking for Jensen. Intercepted by Cottage Grove. The forward was just coming down. Bundy, smart play. He sends it off the wall, but we couldn't get out of the zone fast enough, and it'll be an offsides. And we'll be a center ice. We'll change up. It'll be Cressman, Lambrick, and Pilcher. We'll keep Bundy and Winder out at D. Cressman on the draw. Back to Bundy. That one splits the D. John's going to come play it. John sends it off the wall looking for Pilcher. Just off the heel of his stick. Cottage Grove has it just in front of the penalty box. Cressman puts a guy into the boards. Bundy with it. Bundy's going to flip it into the zone. Lambrick's going to chase after it. Cottage Grove's going to be the first one to get to it. Behind the net. They look to break out. Nice touch pass there. Good check there by Pilcher. Allows Cressman to send it deep. He was looking for Bodie, but that one went off the stick. Bodie picks up a loose puck. Bodie centers. That one goes all the way through. It went through Pilcher's skates. That's going to go all the way down to John. John with it. John, he looks just past Bundy. Cottage Grove has it. Down by the hash marks. Bodie gets a stick on it. Pilcher's in there. Cressman's in there. He pokes it up to Pilcher. Pilcher gets it out of the zone. Cottage Grove's going to back up. 6:50 left in the second period. Cottage Grove with it. Sends it back to the D-man. He's going to back up his own zone, spin around. Now he's going to carry. And the backhand up. They look in the zone, picked up by Winder. Winder, him and Bodie kind of shoulder to shoulder. That allows Cottage Grove to get the puck. Cottage Grove with an odd man rush here. He's going to take a shot, fanned on it. There's a pass over. Shot, loose puck. Wide open net. He fanned on the shot, and then he got a stick on it and goes all the way through the crease. Pilcher with it. Cooper. He looks for Lambrick. Bouncing puck. Bodie's out of gas. Bodie's got to go to the bench. Cottage Grove with it. Near side corner. They're going to look to spring a guy. Got a guy at the blue line. Bouncing puck. Olsen comes out, spins, sends it deep. Hansen on the challenge. Go D to D. He looks out to the blue line. He's going to send it up. That one's going to get past, and not going to say icing, is just past the outstretched stick of Mason out front. He gets knocked down by Olsen. There's another penalty. There's going to be 2 penalties. That should be 2. They're going to get somebody on the first check. I think it's Olsen. Then they're going to get the retaliatory, and it should be 2 after the penalty and the standover. So it's going to be a penalty. So they're going to go number 20. And they're gonna get, well, Bundy's in there, but they're gonna call 15. Are they gonna give him, why is Bundy in there?
They must be giving him a 2 and 10.
For what? Because he checked the guy with the puck? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. So Olsen sounds like he's going to get a 2 and 10 for checking a guy. We're going to go 5-on-5. Lambrick, Olsen, or Lambrick, Gasson, Hansen, C, and Wright. Far side, Hansen gets it. Nope, not a stick on it. Cottage Grove is able to poke it through. Sell picks it up. 2-1 here in the second. Sell gets taken down, no call there. Lambrick pokes it to Foster. Foster punches it in the zone. What do we got now? Offsides? Nope, penalty. We did get the. He did get the trip. He waited to call it. They got the trip. So Shakopee's going to go on the power play, and we'll get a penalty for tripping. That was the old ref thought about it for a minute, and then he said I should probably give it to him. Number 43 goes in for tripping. We'll keep Lambrick, Gasson, Hansen, Sell, and Wright as Cottage Grove clears. Dom's going to chase it down just inside his own zone. Dom, Mason, looking for Lambrick. Puck is bouncing around. Bodie's going to pick it up. Bodie into the zone. Bodie towards the slot. He loses the handle on it. Dom battles, but poked out by Cottage Grove. Lambrick with it. Bodie, Mason, sidesteps, sends it to Dom on a flip. Looks at Gaston. We're a little discombobulated, and we're going to get an offsides. And it's 1:32 left in the power play for Shakopee. And we change up. Let's see what we got here. Let's see here. We got Gaston C, Jensen, Gaston C, Winder. We need a guy. Winder and C and Sell. All right, reset. Winder and Sell at D. Gaston, C, and Jensen. Gaston with it. That one went off the ref's skate. Foster has it, absorbs a check. Dylan over to Jensen. Jensen, he got the only goal for Shakopee so far. Looks to center, bouncing puck near side. Dylan, corner, centers. That one goes off a skate. Foster with it now. Foster off the wall looking for Sell. Dom, he's going to take a shot. That one gets through. Ooh. Dylan on a nice screen that got through, and the goaltender made the save. Winder with it. Winder takes a shot, bouncing puck, save made. Picked up, flipped forward. Cottage Grove's able to get it out and send it deep into the Shakopee zone. 54 seconds left in the power play. Winder with it. Cam has it at the penalty boxes. Foster pokes away. Gaston with it. Foster tries to center, or go cross ice, off his stick. Sell off the wall. Foster absorbs a check, no call. I think the guy actually got his own teammate in the helmet. Foster takes the guy down, and the guy came after him. Out to Winder. Winder, he takes a shot. Wobbly puck, but a blocker saves. Shot. That one goes wide by Dylan. Winder with it again. Cam with the shot. That one pops through off a few bodies. Who's after it? Jensen. Jensen, he gets checked in the boards, loses the puck. 14-13 left. That one's out in the neutral zone. Dom gets a stick on it. He looking for Dylan. Dylan sends it deep. Gaston's going to change. C's going to change. Cell's going to change. Cottage Grove with it. 2 seconds left on the man advantage. Shakopee will go 0 for 1 on the power play. Their first one of the game. 2-1 game. There's a 2-1 opportunity here. Loose puck. Poked. Save made by John. Loose puck. Covered up. John with a big save on the 2-on-1 after the penalty was over, and we played 5-on-5. And with 3:17 left, defensive zone draw coming. We'll go Pilcher, Lambrick, Hansen, and we'll go, who is it, Winder and Wright at D. Off the draw. Cottage Grove controls. In the corner. Sends it backhand far side. Cooper's going to pick it up at the hash marks. He centers up looking for Lambrecht. That goes past everybody, but we're going to get no icing call. You got Lambrecht in a foot race. Bodie, he looks to center, but Cottage Grove got a stick on it. Bodie gets it back. Bodie! Shot scores! Lambrecht with the equalizer. Hustle play by Lambrecht. And with 2:58 left in the second, we're tied at 1. Bodie all alone. Great play there by Bodie. They didn't call an icing. Bodie chased it down. He tried to center. Cottage Grove got on a stick. Bodie had him all the way around the net. Picked his pocket, got it out front, took a shot and scored. Boys can score on this goaltender, just haven't got a lot of opportunities. Only 8 shots. Winder, Hansen. Hansen absorbs a check but loses the puck. Pilcher pushes a guy up the puck and we get an offsides. 2:39 left in the second. 2-2. Shots are 19-8 in favor of Cottage Grove. We'll go Cressman and Pilcher. We're missing a forward. Need a forward. Gaston's going to come out here. So Cressman, Gaston, Pilcher, Winder, and Wright. Gaston's going to take the face off. Draw off the wall. Wright looks for Pilch. Pilch takes it out of the air. Picked up there by Cottage Grove. Cressman from behind. Gets it to the wall. Below the goal line. Centers. Loose puck. Save made by John into the glove. And we'll get a whistle and a face-off coming. 2:23 left in the second. Defensive zone draw coming. So it'll come to the left of John. Filch is going to go change, and Flom comes out. So you'll have Cressman, Gaston, Flom, Wright, and Winder. Foster takes the draw. We're going to back up Flom. Here we go. Below the goal line, picked up by Cottage Grove. Gaston puts his guy into boards. Winder's there too. Cottage Grove looks to come away with it. Center attempt. Off the heel of the stick. He spun his guy around. He's still going to pick it up. Out to the blue line. Down to the hash marks. Good play there by Wright. Flom with it. Loose puck. In a skate. Now in the neutral zone. Cressman pushes it forward. He gets angled off the puck. Cottage Grove looks to get up the ice. In the neutral zone. Now into the Shakopee zone. Foster pushed the guy off the puck. Foster, he goes cross ice. That one goes off a body. Cottage Grove back with it. Defenseman to his D partner. He surveys. Fans on the first attempt. Got it all the way down in the second attempt. Off a right stick. Mason's going to chase after it. Mason to his backhand. He turns around. He gets pushed in the boards. He gets Flom. Flom gets a pick from behind. Loose puck poked away by Wright. Now Flom. Ethan with it. Ethan into the Cottage Grove zone. Sends it in on net. Ooh, that one squirted under the pad. And it'll be a whistle and an offensive zone draw. We'll get Bundy, who was serving the 2 minutes of Logie's 2 and 10. We'll get Hansen. We'll get Jensen, C, Sell, and Bundy. Hansen takes the draw. Won by Cottage Grove. Hansen takes a guy off a puck. Cottage Grove with it. Jensen pins a guy up on the end wall. Far side. Breakout attempt here. Hansen's going to pick that puck up. Skates around one guy. Then he stops. Little doop-de-doo. Hansen has it. Shot. That one goes off a pad. C picks it up. Dylan. He gets pushed off the puck. 97 for Cottage Grove with it behind the net. Battle in front for no reason. And Sell has it. Sell. C. C dumps it deep. Goaltender's going to play it. He stops it. Leaves it for his D-man. Breakout attempt. Cross ice. Goes off a stick. Bundy's going to pick it up in his own zone. Bundy with it. 42 left. Can't quite clear. Cottage Grove picks it up. Poked away. Hansen got a stick on it. Poked away. Hansen with it. Hansen in his own zone. He stops. He gets pinned up against the boards. Loose puck. Dylan with it. Dylan. See, he tried to pass, but he fanned on his pass attempt. Dominic's going to chase it down. 20 seconds left in the period. Dominic with the backhand. That one goes out of his zone. Hansen picks it up. Hansen, far side. Cuts down the middle. Poked away. Got it back. 12 seconds left. Hansen stops. Little doop-de-doo. Maybe stop doing that play because it's not really working. Cottage Grove looks to break out. 4 seconds left. They're going to send it up ice. Poked away. He's got a rush. 1 second left. Shot. Glove save at the buzzer. And that's the end of the second. 2-2 after 2. Shots are now 21 for Cottage Grove. So they get 14 that period. 13 saves. Shakopee got 7 shots. 6 saves. 2-2 after 2. Shakopee has played very discombobulated so far this game. Been down a man a few times. Cottage Grove 1 for 3 on the power play. Shakopee is 0 for 2. A lot of time in the Shakopee zone, a little bit too much stick handling, maybe a little bit more passing. This thing looks a little bit different. Cottage Grove was ranked, I think, in the top 20 in the now rankings on Youth Hockey Hub. So not sure how much they returned, but got a few players look to be good skaters. They move the puck really well. I think that's kind of been the difference. They've moved the puck and we've kind of had it sit on our sticks for the periods. So we'll go to the third. Switch sides one more time. We got 25 minutes left until we're off the ice, so we'll see how much we get in here. If they go a 15 full, should be able to get it in. Dirk with some last minutes. But nothing after us? Okay, yeah, so we'll get in the rest of it. Cottage Grove breaks first. Shakopee, a little extra discussion. And we'll break. Olsen back to the box. He went in at 11:40. No, he went in at 5:45. So he's got another 4:15 to go before he's done. And we will start the third period with Lambert, Cressman, Pilcher, Winder, and Wright. Landon take the draw. Wait, ref is saying, I think the ref's giving him the time of when Logan gets to go out. And we're ready to go, I think. Okay, here we go. Third period action, 2-2 tie. Game 2 of the season. Now the ref goes over and talks to the Cottage Grove coach. We need the refs mic'd up, just like the NFL. Just be easier. All right, Landon takes a draw. Poked away by Pilcher. Cottage Grove's gonna pick it up in their own zone. He backs up off the side wall. Cottage Grove gets it picked by Landon. Cressman, deep into the zone. In the corner, he's gonna battle. Pilcher's gonna come help him out. Pilcher up to right. Mason, wobbly puck, he sends it down instead of taking a shot. He's got Bodie behind the net. Bodie looks, he tried to center. That one went to Cottage Grove, and they look to break out. They have it. He's going to dump it deep in the Shakopee zone. Behind the net. Cottage Grove first one there. He avoids a check from Winder. Cressman gets a stick on it, but goes off the Cottage Grove player. Winder looking for Lambrecht. That puck's up in the air, and that's going to be out of play, and we'll get a whistle just 39 seconds into the period. Face off in the Shakopee defensive zone. Cressman to take the draw. Draw, sidewall, Winder. He's got a pass. Looking for Bodie. Bodie pops it over the defenseman's stick. Another foot race. Cottage Grove's first one there. He's got the angle. Back in his own zone. Bodie battles. Puck's loose. Picked up by Cottage Grove. They're going to look to break out. Winder's going to try and cut it off. He keeps it in his zone momentarily. Yep. Cottage Grove sends it back off the end wall. Near side corner. Defenseman looks at it. He looks to send it up ice. That one's going to go into the middle of the rink. That's right. Right. Centers. Just missed Cressman. Picked up there by Cottage Grove Winder. He avoids a check. Puck's loose at the blue line. Kicked in and off sides, and we get a whistle. Minute 12 into this one. And we'll get a neutral zone face-off. We'll change out all 5. So you'll have Bundy, Sell, Gaston, C, and Hansen. Dylan's going to take the draw. Draws just in front of the Shakopee bench. Dom has it. He backs up. Send it to Gaston. Cottage Grove with it now. He cuts towards the center. He's going to get a shot, save made right into the belly of John. And we get a whistle. Another shot, lopsided, a 13-shot advantage by Cottage Grove. Same 5 skaters. Draw in the Shakopee zone now. Dylan's going to take it to the end wall. Picked up by Dom. Dom sends it off the wall. His guy down here wasn't at the wall. He was already streaking. Bundy, he pins a guy up against the boards. They're going to both go down. Dylan gets in there. Cottage Grove comes away with it. He tries a wrap. Save made by John. That's pushed into the net. Nope. No goal. Cottage Grove said it was in. John has his pad on the post. But we get a no goal. We didn't have a whistle either. 13:22 left. Same 5 skaters. Draw. Sell. Oh, they were doing the play. That's why there wasn't someone to break out. They were trying to do the touchdown play. Hansen was streaking, so he's already close to the blue line. Cottage Grove round the zone. Shot, save made by John. See if we'll do it 3 times in a row. We're winning the puck back, but Dom's been on his backhand, so he can't send it all the way around. He needs to be on the forehand for that play to work. The play is send it around the boards and Hansen takes it out in the neutral zone, but that hasn't been working. All right, off the draw. Cottage Grove controls. Dylan's all over a guy. He sends it up ice, poked away there by Sell. Hansen's going to challenge one defenseman, Hansen and Gasson. He does get it out to the neutral zone. A little too far. That's going to be backed up. No ice. John's going to play it to Cottage Grove. Cottage Grove centers. Shot or a tip. That one went off a skate. Hansen with it. Hansen spins, fires. He's looking for C. Goes off a skate. And that one, Foster, not a big fan of Flom, I think. He fired a puck at him and Jensen. So we'll get a face-off coming. Should be in the Shakopee zone. And we'll change to a new 5, and we'll go Pilcher, Flom, Jensen, Wright, and Winder. Logan should be out in about a minute here. Draw to the end wall. Cottage Grove's going to get there. He looks. Intercepted here by Jensen. Now Flom. Flom looks to go outside. Ethan at the red line. He tried to send it deep, and he fanned on the pass, and we had a guy trying to stay on sides and down on his tush, and we get it off sides. So we'll go draw just outside the zone in front of the Cottage Grove bench. Pilcher will take the draw. Cooper. Tied up. Flom poked away. Now he pokes it deep. Cottage Grove's going to pick it up. Cottage Grove goes behind his own net. He's going to skate. Sends a cross-ice pass. That one's behind him, but he's still going to pick it up. 2-on-2, a little 3-on-2. They slowed down. That was a weird little play. Loose puck, though. Winder sends it up. He's got Ethan. He's got Jensen. Oliver with it. He spins. Little pirouette. Looks, shot. That one goes off a pad. Loose puck, bouncing puck in the face-off circle. Cottage Grove looks to break out. They got a 3-on-2 coming this way if they go a little faster. He crosses in front of his guy for zero reason. He's going to take a shot, save made by John. Behind the net, loose puck. Cottage Grove out to the defenseman. Bouncing puck. That one's going to hop into the neutral zone. Ethan challenges. Push the guy off the puck. Oh, he almost broke himself loose. Back to the neutral zone. Winder. And that one is deep now. Cottage Grove has it. They're going to change a couple. Wright's going to go change. Cottage Grove. Breakout. Neutral zone. 2-on-2 coming this way. Pilcher on the back check. Bundy. He sends it up looking for Flom. Flom with it. Another terrible call by the ref.
I think he pointed at himself.
At least he's saying my bad to himself. And we get a weird offsides in our own zone with nobody in there. All right, Gaston, Cressman, Lambrick, Sell, and Bundy. Dom over to Bundy. Sean looking for Gaston behind him. Puck at the red line, sent deep there by Cottage Grove. John's going to play it. He sends it up looking for Lambrick, intercepted by Cottage Grove. Cressman now has it in the face-off circle. Bouncing puck picked up by Lambrick. Bodie with it. Bodie looking for Foster, intercepted at the logo. Into the zone. Dom with it. Dom over to Bundy. Sean off the wall looking for Bodie, just a little too far. Cottage Grove pushed it back. Bundy up to Gasson. Gasson absorbs a check. Loose puck at the blue line. Bodie's got to wait for the guys to get out. He sends it back to Bundy. Bundy surveys, sends it to Gaston. Gaston, he's going to chip it deep. Cressman's going to chase after it. Cottage Grove, first one there, sends it up to the hash mark. Gaston, blue line. Bundy, quick shot. That one's poked away. Loose puck in the slot. Picked up there by Cottage Grove. 3-on-2. Come in, little head of steam. He's looking to get around Bundy. He's on the backhand. Shot. That one goes through the crease all the way to the far side board. Lambrick's going to send it out to the neutral zone. D-to-D pass here. 10-17 left. Shot all the way down. That one goes out the back of the cage. Dom's going to chase after it. He's sizing the guy up. Now they're tied up. Cressman's in there. Sell's in there. 2 Cottage Grove players. Puck squirts loose. C comes out. He helps. Puck's in the corner. Got 2 guys on one. Pinned him up. Top circle. Shot. Scores. Cottage Grove scores. 9:59 left in the third period. We had 2 guys pinned up in the corner. Puck squirted loose below the goal line. He got it out to number 94, top circle, and he buries it. And it is a 3-2 Cottage Grove lead. Just under 10 to go here in the third period. Logan should be out of the box now. Isn't he out?
I think he's at 11 minutes left.
I thought he was in at 11:50 or 5:45. Right? We're at 15?
We still have 5 minutes.
Okay. Right.
Less than a minute.
Okay. That one's punched deep, but offsides. No, but Logie went in with like just under 6 minutes left in the third, so he should have been. Shouldn't he be out at 4 minutes?
No,
Unless you got to sell your,
12.
you got to serve 12. That's what it is. Okay. Yeah. So he's got another minute. All right. Off the draw here, we figured it out. We weren't counting the 2. We counted the 10, not the 2. So Logie will be out in another minute or so. All right. Let's see here. That's Pilcher on the far side. He's got it tied up in his skates. Winder's there with him. Pilcher comes away with it. Pilcher, he looks for Hansen. Hansen's got it. He's going to skate up ice. He's got Dylan with him. 2-on-2. He gets it poked away at the blue line. That's going to be offsides. We'll go neutral zone face-off, and we'll keep same 5 out. Dylan's going towards the bench. Is he going to change? He will. Cressman's going to jump out there. So you got Cressman, Pilcher, Hansen, Wright, and Winder. 9:25 left in the third. Draw picked up by Pilch. Pilch in the zone. He looks, takes a shot, glove save, and we get a whistle and a face-off in the offensive zone. Good win forward. Pilcher gets a shot. First shot of the third period. Cressman to take the draw. Down to the corner. There's a pass out there looking for that little touchdown play. Squirt a guy. 2-on-1 into the zone. They're going to stay on side. Shot wide of the net. Far side. Cottage Grove first one to touch it. Pilcher smokes the guy and he's going to go. That could be a 2-10 if he wanted it to be. That's going to be a checking from behind at the minimum. They're just going to call a rough. And we'll take another penalty. 9:05 left in the third, and another power play opportunity. Hansen, Cressman, Wright, and Winder are your killers. Shakopee chasing a goal, now down a man. Out to the blue line. Hansen challenges. Over to the D partner. He's going to walk in, take a slapper. Pad save by John. Into the corner. Wright challenges. He pushes the guy at the puck, but he still gets it back. There's a pass, doorstep, shot, save made. Loose puck, Winder. Cressman, he gets his sniped in the faceoff circle. Out to the point. Cross ice, down low. Good passing here by Cottage Grove. They move the puck just like they have all night. Well, he walks in, he's going to take a shot, save made by John. Cressman at the hash marks. He looks to send it to Hansen, that goes behind him. Cottage Grove's got to go pick it up. Hansen's going to challenge in the offensive zone. Cottage Grove brings it back to the zone. He's going to spin, get a little head of steam. They're going to come into the zone. He gets around one. Shot over the nets. That was a nice move. Got around everybody. Cottage Grove controls center. That one goes off of everybody. Out to the high slot. Down low. Cottage Grove, below the goal line. Just above the goal line. He comes in. Pass. Shot. Scores. Power play goal. And that one was all about moving the puck. And with 8:03 left, that looked to be number 20, I think. Second power play goal by Cottage Grove. And with shots 30-10, not looking good for Shakopee. But they do get Logie back. So Olson's back out there. He's going to be joined by Jensen. Nope. Olson, Hansen, Gaston, Sell, and Bundy. Shakopee chasing 2 now. Cottage Grove, red line, sends it deep. Bundy's going to chase after it. Backhander looking for Sell on the far side. Gasson punches the guy down. Olsen. He's going to skate. He's been away from the play for 12 minutes. Bundy, or that's Sell looking for Bundy. Bundy looks to poke it up, gets it back up in the air. Hansen gets a glove on it, voids a check. Olsen with it inside the zone. Hansen with it. Hansen high slot. He's going to take a shot. Pad save, loose puck. He's going to end up getting his own rebound. Loose puck on the wall. Olsen gets in there. Gasson gets in there. That one's below the goal line. Olsen with the little burst of speed. He had a nice little 12-minute rest. Loose puck, Hansen, backhand, centers, Olsen. Oh, he was looking for Gasson. Couldn't quite connect. That one's going to be sent all the way down, and we'll get an icing. And a little bit of a sustained rush. Couple opportunities. Shakopee to get the offense zone face-off, chasing 2. 7:08 left. You got, let's see here. Looks like Pilcher, Cressman, and Lambrick, and then Sell and Bundy. Cressman will take the draw. Off the end wall, into the near side corner. Pilcher after it. Cressman in there. Pilcher thought he came away with it. Now it's tied back up just above the hash mark. Now looking to break out is Cottage Grove. He's going to skate, sends it deep after he got the red line. Dom's going to chase after. He's got a guy right behind him. Kind of sidesteps the check. Dom gets it back after it was pushed down deep by Cottage Grove. Pilcher with it. Pilcher. He's going to skate. He's got Bodie on the far side. He's going to go right through. Pilcher gets his stick tied up. Pilch with it. Cooper. He's on his backhand. He's going to skate with it. Keeps it away. Backhander down below the goal line. Lambrick looks to center. That one's out to Dom. Dom, he takes a shot. That one goes off the knee of the Cottage Grove player. Dom gets it back. He's going to hit the knee of another forward. Cottage Grove sends it off his forward's head, and they're going to pick it up and come to the zone. He gets a shot, save made by John. He covers up. We get a whistle, 6:07 left in the third. Third period, 4-2 Cottage Grove. Shots are 31 Cottage Grove, 11 Shakopee. And you've got C, Flom, Jensen, Wright, and Winder are your 5 skaters. Off the draw, shot wide of the net, picked up near side by Cottage Grove, sends it into the corner, right after it. Mason gets a stick on it looking for Jensen. Cottage Grove's intercepted, he's in the circle. Wright pushes it forward, Jensen tries to get a pass, Cottage Grove steps in front, takes a shot, save made by John, and we get a whistle. 5:49 left, 32nd shot of the night for Cottage Grove. Shakopee with 11 shots. 2 in the first, 7 in the second, just 4 in the third. Won't usually get it done. Off the draw, Cottage Grove. Shot, save made by John. Loose puck, picked up there by Flom. He's tied up with Cottage Grove. They keep it in as the puck went out to the blue line. Cottage Grove down deep. Dylan after it. Guy sized him up and stopped. Dylan gets it to Jensen. Jensen to Flom. Flom gets it poked away. Puck's bouncing around. Winders up, jumps up into the play from D. Cottage Grove with it. Out to the blue line. Jensen, nice play there. Puck's bouncing around. Right, tried to get out of the zone. He does. Flom's going to pick it up at the red line. Ethan into the zone. Ethan looks to get around. Ethan still has it. Centers. Loose puck out in front. Picked up by Cottage Grove. He goes around his net. He looks to center. Puck's loose. C. Shot. Glove save. And we get a whistle with 4:59 left in the third. Offense's zone face-off. Good chance by Dylan there. Save made with the glove by Cottage Grove goaltender. And now we get a change of forwards. Hansen, Olsen, Gaston. We'll keep Wright and Winder out there. 4:59 left. Draw to the left of the cage for Cottage Grove. Cottage Grove's going to control. He's going to send it off the wall. That gets a nice soft bounce. Winder's going to pick it up in his own zone. He looks. Cross ice pass. Intercepted by Cottage Grove. Olsen dumps the guy. Hansen with it. Hansen. He's going to get outside. He's got a guy on him. Leaves it for Gasson. Poked away. Cottage Grove with it. One-on-one coming in the zone. Cottage Grove and Mason. Mason swings at it. Can't get it. Cottage Grove spins. Leaves the guy in the slot. Loose puck. Winder is going to pick it up below the goal line. Winder's got it. Sends it up looking for Hansen. Hansen gets it poked away. Loose puck. Logan's there. Hansen. Now Cottage Grove at the face-off circle. Shot. Save made right in the chest of John. 4:17 left. We'll change out everybody. So you go Sell, Bundy, Lambrick, Cressman, Pilcher. Cressman will take the draw. Shakopee desperately needs a goal quick. Cross-ice pass. Good play there by Bodie. 2-on-1. He's got Pilcher with him. Bodie into the zone. Slides over Pilcher. Pilcher shot, save made, loose puck. Scores! Lambrick on the rebound. And that's a goal with 4:05 left. And it's a 1-goal game. Lambrick's second goal of the night. Pilcher on the assist. That was a great play. Another hustle play by Bodie. Bodie brings it down, slides over Pilcher. Pilcher made a move. Goaltender made a great save. Puck bounced in the air. Bodie slaps it out of the air, and it's a goal. And it is 4-3 with 4:05 left. We just said we need a quick goal to get back in this thing. So they got 4 minutes to try and tie this up. And we'll stay with Cressman, Pilcher, Lambrick, Sell, and Bundy. Shakopee's been playing down most of the game. Never led, still down a goal. They evened it up at 1, evened up at 2. Cottage Grove had a 2-goal lead, and then Shakopee just scored. Down 1, offsides here. Been playing down on the scoreboard and down in the penalty box. Only 2 penalties for Cottage Grove. Shakopee's had 4, 5. A roughing, a cross-check, a slashing, a 2 and 10, and then another rough. Puck squirts loose. There's a crossbar hit by Cottage Grove. Pilch. He was waiting for Cottage Grove to touch it on the hand pass. Bundy's going to try and clear the zone. He does. Out to the red line. Cottage Grove with it. Loses the feet, gets it up and poked away there by Pilcher. Back to the D-man for Cottage Grove. Up to his D partner. Bodie, he's going to punch it. Bodie out front. Bodie for the hat trick. Shot. That one goes off the defenseman's shin pad. Out to the half wall. Bundy, he's going to take a shot. That was tipped by Cressman, but couldn't get anything on it. Cottage Grove with it. They look to get out in the neutral zone. They do. That one's going to be picked up by Pilcher. He runs into Dylan. Nope, Cressman. And he sends it down. They need a change. They've been out there for a little bit. Bodie's going to stay, and he's going to challenge the Shakopee. Going to change out their forwards. That one's going to go down, but it was off a tip. Wright's going to pick it up. He sends it off the wall, looking for Winder. Winder puts it in the air. Punch forward. That's going to be a hand pass. If Cottage Grove touches it, we touch it first, so no hand pass. Bodie's still out there. C. Jensen. Wright ties the guy up. Dylan tries to send it up. Out to the D-man for Cottage Grove. Cottage Grove with it, top circle. He takes a shot, save made. Loose puck, John. Oh, looked like he was going to cover it. He didn't. Winder with it, 2:30 left. Jensen, he tries a little touch pass. Fans on it. Flom's there. That one's going to be sent in. And that's going to come face off in center ice. 2:23 left. We're going to go Flom, C, Jensen, Wright, Winder. Shakopee chasing 1 goal with 2:23 left. Dylan wins it to Winder. Winder, little touch pass up into the zone. Cottage Grove's there. Back out to neutral zone. He spins, runs right into Winder. Right with it. Mason sends it off the wall. That one's not going to get out of the zone. Cottage Grove's going to pick it up at the half wall. Sends it towards John. Loose puck. John gets a glove on it. Save made. 2:07 left in this third period. And we'll keep the same 5 skaters chasing a goal. And a defensive zone draw upcoming. Draw, 1 by Shakopee, Wright with it. Wright sends it off the wall. He's looking for Flom. Flom with it. He's looking for C. That one goes off of C's heel of his stick, and that's going to go down for icing. Had the right play, just couldn't quite handle. And let's see here. We're going to change out our forward line. Yes. You'll get Olsen, Hansen, and Gaston to go along with Wright and Winder. 1:57. We'll see if they pull the goalie soon. Logan wins the draw. Winder with it. Winder, backhander, flipper. Olsen, 3-on-2 if they go. Olsen, he's going to skate in the zone. Olsen's got Foster. Now it's a 3-on-3. Sends it over. Loose puck, picked up by Winder. Winder, he tries to get a stick on it, couldn't quite get much on it. Cottage Grove spins, fires, and that's going to be an icing. 1:37 left in this one, and Shakopee get the offensive zone face-off. We'll change D partners. And so you got Sell and Bundy. You got Gasson, Olsen, Hansen, and they're going to bring Pilcher on and Asmus to the bench. So 6-on-5 with 1:37 to go. Logie tries to win the draw, tied up. Hansen's got a stick on it. Gasson had a stick on it. Cottage Grove comes with it. Sends it off the wall. It's going to be picked up by Bundy. Bundy in his own zone. 1:30 to go. Sean sends it up. It's going to be picked up by nobody. They almost ran into each other. Foster got a stick on it. Cottage Grove pokes it forward. Loose puck picked up by Olsen. He backs up. He sends it over to Sell. Dom with it. 1:17 left. Dom sends it up ice. He's got Hansen. Nope. It's going to be poked there by Cottage Grove. Cottage Grove picks it up. He avoids a check. That one's going to be in the zone. Olsen couldn't quite handle. Loose puck flipped out. Picked up by Hansen. Hansen, he tries a sidestep. He tried to go into two guys. Not a great idea. Push down into the defensive zone. Still got a minute left. Dom's going to pick it up. Sell with it. Dom sends it over to Bundy. Bundy lost it, got it back, sends it up ice. Poked away. Loose puck just inside the zone. Gaston with it. Foster. Pilcher. Coop. Oh, he tried to go through his legs, went off a stick. Puck's bouncing around. Pilcher. Got to move the puck, boys. We're trying to do it alone. That's going to be all the way down, and that'll be an icing. 36.6 left. Little puck movement, I think they'd get a goal here. We're just being a little bit too cute with it. They're going to change Pilch out, and they're going to bring Lambrecht, who's got 2 goals. So you got Olsen, Hansen, Gaston, Lambrecht, Sell, and Bundy chasing a goal. Loose puck, poke to the end wall. Hansen's going to chase after it, just above the goal line, off the end wall. Cottage Grove looks to clear. Sell looks to keep it in. Sell sends it down off the referee. Hansen has it. He's going to take a shot. Low shot, save made. Gaston gets a stick on it. Hansen's tied up. He gets it back. Hansen, he sidesteps, tries a stick handle, loses it. Foster, he gets it poked from behind. 12 seconds left. 10 seconds left. Centered. Push back. Hansen, he gets knocked down. No penalty call. 5 seconds left. Olsen. Sell. Shot. All wide of the net, and that'll do it. 4-3 is going to be the final. Shakopee with a valiant effort at the end. The Cottage Grove is going to win it 4-3. Shots end up at 36-15. Shakopee gets 6 in the third, 1 goal. And Cottage Grove, they had 21 coming in to the third, and they get 15. With 2 third-period goals, so 13 saves. John with 32 saves on 36 shots. Cottage Grove, 15 shots and 12 saves. Goals by Jensen, Lambrecht, and Lambrecht. Cottage Grove gets 4, and they win 4-3. Shakopee plays their next game. I don't remember when. So we'll see you on the next game. Shakopee loses here to go 1-1 on the season. On to the next one.